Hey guys, I'm streaming. I'm streaming.
What's going on? I'm playing some Final Stand 2. Let me post that there so people can join. There we go. Hard mode, C96. All right, here we go. Man, this build is nice. Let me refill my ammo. And then just start doing waves. I really like these builds where I don't need somebody to cover for me for the first few waves. That was the main reason I switched off of Grenadier. Was just because once you run out of grenades in the early game, you were just kind of cooked. But we got C96, and I switched out the extra large drinks for Guardian Angel, because I'm going to be playing with people that might not be the best at this game. All right, I had sniper perks on this. What's up, BSS? I'm doing like zombie survival. You want to join in? I got 5 slots left. We're playing on hard right now, so it shouldn't be too bad. And we're only on wave 1, so it is the time to join. Or wave 2 now, but you know. Unless you don't. All right, let's get all of our upgrades. We got a little bit less money than I would like. All right. Still enough to buy everything we want. Cannot? Dang. Well, hope you enjoy regardless. Yeah, currently we're just trying to get to level 50, because then we can prestige our backup weapon perk, which is something I've been looking forward to for a while, because that will give us unlimited ammo in our C96 here, and it'll also give us increased crit, which isn't too important because we have evil vision to just one-shot everything. So it would just be kind of crit in between. I was honestly thinking putting unlucky on all of my C96 slots, because once I get my other weapon, I only really use C96 when I have death vision, or at least I try to. So giving it a lot of crit damage would be helpful, and the crit chance wouldn't matter that much. It's like, what, 5% that it takes off? That's counteracted by the what's it called? The upgrade for the night vision. Yeah, or just the, actually no, I wouldn't even need that, because the C96 would have built-in crit at that point. Thanksgiving shopping. I keep on forgetting it's Thanksgiving. Yay, level up. 52 and ever closer. It's tomorrow? Yeah. It's getting close. I don't know. I guess Thanksgiving is just one of the more forgettable holidays. Like what's it called? Easter or Valentine's Day. Really, it's just Christmas and Halloween now. At least that's what I think. All right. Accuracy. There we go. That makes my life a little easier. And then we'll probably just save up for M1. The Arcane Odyssey update has got to be coming out soon. It's like because they just posted the last preview video that they wanted to give, which was supposed to be a video detailing all of the new weapon abilities they're gonna, or abilities in general they're gonna be releasing. But I know they missed a few because there are some that they have previewed before that they didn't show in that video. Maybe it's intentional. I don't know. You're gonna see a bunch of Christmas stuff, yeah. I don't know. I start seeing Christmas stuff as soon as Halloween ends, like the moment it does. Oh, that was a lot of lag. I mean, honestly, it started going over into October. Like, it was like midway through October that they started saying, guys, it's 100 days till Christmas. Come on. Give Halloween a chance. You got 3 months for it to be your turn, bro. But I mean, I know why it is. It's they sell more stuff during Christmas, so let's make Christmas all year round. Okay, no need for anything else right now. Just one more round, and then we'll have M1 Garand. And then we can do whatever else we want. I got some really good mods for all this stuff on my weapons. For my C96, I got almost all tier 5. Because I got a very lucky tier 5 Swift mod, which helps me reload a little faster. More enemies, please. Man, this build is good. I need something that increases total damage, though. Very nice. Yeah, because I have a lot of additive damage from Gunslinger, from backup weapon, from fallback plan, and no scope, and everything like that. But it gets kind of it stacks up, and then it gets a little bit less useful over time. That's why I have Death Vision, because then that just times that all by 3. Unfortunately, head damage isn't fantastic. It's just ×2 on this. What is it on the snipers? It is ×2, ×3, and then on my PSG, it is also ×3. Okay. So what's the up to 4 stacks? Okay. What about this one? Increases the damage of your shots against heads, but decreases it by 20% elsewhere. I wish that was total. That would be awesome. Death Aura is something I want to mess with, because I am always pretty close to enemies, and this is total damage. At most, it would be 15. It would be 15% more total damage over. Yeah, it would be, and it would also help out my team, I guess. I just need another slot for it, because all of this stuff is basically essential. Maybe I could take off no scope once I get to late game, because 30% damage just isn't as good. But it would have to be really late game. Oh yeah, I should turn on the music. There we go. Now it's a little bit more lively. All right. $3. I'm trying to get the cooldown down to feeling, so I don't have to look at it. Because when I look at it, I forget to do other things. Like shoot the enemies, mostly. And when I do, it's usually pretty inaccurate, because I'm not looking. All right, it's boss round, and I forgot to buy my M1. I might be some kind of idiot. It's a possibility. All right, so we got to back way up and just be super ammo conservant. Yeah, that's my bad. Just hold on. All right, there we go. Actually, we're fine. If we need to, we can run them around for an hour. Yeah, I completely forgot that that was my entire plan. But I guess this works as well. Yeah, once I get prestige C96, I won't have to be ammo conservant because I can just go full auto on everything forever. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Very nice. All right. So now we should have enough for M1 Garand and most of the upgrades we need, and then a few invested incomes. But I would like to get those invested incomes beforehand, so it's still a mistake. All right, let's first buy ammo so we do not die. And then we'll buy M1 Garand. And then we'll buy telescopic, custom receiver, fast hands, magazine size. I could have saved on one upgrade and then got two of these, but one will do. And that's it for over here, I believe. How much damage does this do? 202. How much does this damage? 286. All right. So it's fine, yeah. It's in line with my other weapon. Yeah, I'll just save up my money and get more invested incomes next round. Oh, where's my game? What the heck? Why do you guys BSS? What's wrong with you, bro? Why did you not tell me? My game is not here. All right, there we go. I've been streaming nothing for 20 minutes. This is unbelievable. All right. Oh, I don't have my game audio either. Ah! I'm such a good streamer, guys. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Full auto. You guys are slowly unlocking the rest of the experience. All right. Oh, I can one-shot things. Nice. Yeah. Okay, the only thing I can't one-shots are greens. All right, let me fix this real quick. Capture audio. Yes. That doesn't work. That also doesn't work. Why does nothing want to pick up on Roblox? Why do they do that? I have to turn on desktop audio, bro. Ugh. Yep, that works. That's 3 more invested income upgrades. No. Here. And then over here. And we'll just do all of the fully loadeds. That's it. Oh, and we'll get some ammo just in case. Cool. Let's go. I keep on forgetting I'm not using C96. I can just hold down left click. I'm using fallback plan. Who cares how much ammo I spend? Okay, these guys have spawned behind me. Is there gonna be no problem? There we go. That's where fully loaded comes in. Just gives me more ammo per kill. Too much full audio, or too much full audio. The audio can't handle it. Either that, or it's really realistic, and I'm not using Ear Pro, and I just gone deaf. Let's see. Let's do 2 more of these, and then we'll get the rest of these upgrades. Blamful. The accuracy of these snipers is something that's really surprised me. Or at least when they're on full auto. I guess I'm just too used to SVUA, Random Forces, or other battle rifles in that game, where the whole point of their balance is that they have a lot of damage and a lot of fire rate, but they also have a lot of recoil. But in this game, it's just I think it's ammo mostly that keeps these guns in check. Doesn't matter to me though. Is my category still on content warning? I'm not gonna lie, that might be true. Why does nobody tell me this stuff? BS just joined, and my stream was blank, and my audio wasn't on, and he said nothing, bro. I'm playing Final Stand 2. If you want to join, I have 5 slots open. And I think I finished off Invested Income. Yeah. I don't know where they are. I'll do that, and then I'll buy some armor. Might as well. And I would also like to get Special Focus. Yeah, how many unlucky mods do I have? I have 2, and that would give me 50%. And so if I had 5, that would give me 125% crit damage on my C96. And I don't need to worry about the crit chance. At most, that would be 10%, which is counteracted by the C96's 3 lucky shot upgrades. And then that would be quite good for my C96. I don't use it unless I have my death vision up. So it's almost 100% crits all the time. Hey, Swiss. Well, I'm glad now that I switched my category over, everybody's joining in. I was wondering where everybody was. I need to buy some more ammo. Yeah, the private server code is up at the top. Yeah, if you want to complete the map as well, join before round 15. At least if you haven't played it before. All right, let's go. Yeah, I'll do this for this round, and then after this round, I'll probably sell M1 Garand and buy the what's it called? The DMR, The DMR is the most accurate out of all of the guns that I put in my primary slot. Like I think I only have spray mods on it right now, just because it is that accurate that I can just throw all of my accuracy down mods on there. Stop it. No wonder why you're so good at fighting. True. Hold on. Yeah, like see here that now I would be doing 150% more damage if I had my lucky mods. And I don't really need any of the other, the only thing I would really need would be like my reload speed would need to be increased, but that would decrease my mag size. We should have had Swiss on our team. Maybe. Oh, there's headless zombies. What the heck? Why did they spawn now? Do they actually just appear midnight? Huh. Well, good thing I caught that one. That could have been bad. And then, yeah, so when I prestige, then I'll be able to turn on night vision. It'll give me 100% crit damage, and then I can use all of my crit mods to do 150 plus extra damage on full auto with a guaranteed crits because of the crit upgrade as well. And that would also just give me a lot of early game. Actually, no, it wouldn't because of the unlucky mod. But yeah, it would just be during that time of empowerment, I would be even more powerful. Oh, I like this game. This game is so good. All right, sell this. We're gonna buy DMR, full auto, extended magazines, fast hands, recoil down, lucky shot. Just buy everything. Just buy it all. What are my things for DMR? Yeah, I have 2 rapid mods and 1 spray mod. Yeah, I do need to get, this is the one I need to get a little bit more XP on. Kind of the middleman, so it doesn't really get used as much as the others. Coil from fighting? True. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this accuracy down as much as possible at the cost of, or with the benefit of having everything else, because then I can have like stuff like CQB, which gives me a whole lot of damage compared to like just a regular like heavy shot, which would decrease my attack speed. But this decreases my accuracy, which I don't need anyway, because like look at this. This thing does not move at all. All right, you know what I should do? Let me post my self-advertisement in my Visionary Squad channel as well. Why not? Alright, boss wave. Should be fine. with this substantial increase in power we just got. All right, I forgot there's headless zombies right now. Stop chewing on me. That's where accuracy comes in handy. Alright, so I'm gonna need to buy a sniper or heavy sentry or something. Preferably both. And this would be a good time for it because I don't really need to buy anything else for my weapons. That's for sure. Alright, shoot everything. Kill, 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 kill. Oh, somebody got through. Where? Stop it. Yeah, headless zombies can be annoying if you're not, if you don't have either somebody else defending the base or a sniper, sentry, or something. All right, it's also a boss fight. It came up from above. Probably should have saved my death vision for that, but it doesn't really matter. I got this in the bag. Quiet. Get a quick kill. The reason we get a quick kill before we start shooting is because we have fallback plan. And when you kill something with a weapon that isn't a pistol with fallback plan, it gives anything that is a pistol a 60% damage buff. How was my day? My day was alright. I woke up at 2. I ate some food. I took a shower. And now I'm streaming. That's basically all the entire recap of my day. Nothing too interesting. Oh yeah, but I was dealing with the small little crash out that was happening on Visionary Squad Discord. They were getting mad at the people that make the lore because they weren't posting too often about like fun facts and stuff. They were making it unfun facts. Yeah, they were just it was just a lot of entitlement about like, oh, you should we need more lore facts now. Sad facts for real. That's what I'm saying. All right, I forgot. I need to buy this instead. Repair my base. Make a barricade. Give these guys a little bit more range. That's it. How much damage do these guys do? 900. How much damage does this do? 400. Okay, we should be fine then. We should be fine to let those guys cook on the headless zombies. But I just need something to handle those while I kill a lot of people. Yeah, but other than that, nothing too interesting. Yeah, I feel like a full auto rifle should have less, especially a sniper rifle should have less accuracy than this, but hey, I don't complain. Ooh, with a little leg. Oh, hey, wraiths. Die. Yeah? Where's the dehydrate option? Right. I think once I get to the PSG, as soon as I run out of ammo, I can activate Death Vision and always have it, just because it shoots a little slower. So it usually gives time for it to come off cooldown. A whole lot of salt, yeah. I mean, every time I wake up, I'm usually dehydrated. Unless I, like, drink a whole lot of water before bed. I don't know where the hydration goes. Oh, I'm not doing what I should. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely not a... You can't like kind of idle your way through this build, since there's a few little things you got to pay attention to. Ammo counts, cooldowns, buff durations, etc. How much ammo does this give back? The fallback plan? It gives me 6% of ammo. So if you get 20 kills, or a little bit less than that, probably like 18 kills or so with a pistol, it'll fully regen your other guns. There's idle builds, pretty much. Like you can go like full gear with a bunch of turrets and just like let them do the work. You can also go money alt, which is incredibly boring, where you just sit in the back and every round you generate money. You become a banana farm. And then there's also a tank alt where you put on like pacifist and a bunch of like borrowed time and everything like that, and then you just sit and take damage. There's also just builds that you don't really have to pay attention much. Like stuff like minigun, where you can just kind of like hold down left click and spray at the enemy until they die or you die. Farm from BTD6, yeah. I mean, there is a whole challenge around that. If you go to challenges, there's tower defense. Survive the first 30 nights on the hard difficulty or higher without anyone dealing damage with attacks. So you have to use like your gear or like the shop sniper or stuff like that. What do I do with this 30K? I don't have anything to spend my money on right now. How much does this give me? That's 6. Alright, I'll sell it and I'll buy the PSG, I guess. Final Stand Defense 6. I haven't played much Bloons Tower Defense recently. I don't know. I definitely like battles more than I like Bloons Tower Defense. Just because it seems like you're doing something different every time when you play BTD6 battles or BTD battles 2. Yeah. Alright, so now we got this. This thing shoots a little bit slower, but it should one-shot everything we shoot for a little bit. And it also has 100 ammo. So we'll be fine for a good little bit now. Where is he? Go away. Yeah, the only problem is that it doesn't shoot very quick. Unfortunately, there's no... I wouldn't want to put on... It's like... It's... accuracy isn't great either. It's got a few problems with it, but if I could get it to where it kind of semi-decently can full auto, because that's the reason we also have this instead of something else like Scar H, is because this gun can full auto and is a sniper with a scope, but it probably does more damage than Scar anyway. Yeah, I don't, as much as I like kind of how much stuff you can do in BTD6, I feel like to play a tower defense, there needs to be another layer of gameplay over just placing towers and defeating enemies. That's why I like Visionary Squad. I like Spellbound Defense, because that's kind of like you go around collecting boxes, and and those give you items, and you can put those items on your towers, sort of like a roguelike kind of Risk of Rain inspired thing. What other tower defenses do I like? I like TDS, not the Tower Defense Simulator. TDS released by Blockage, which is the same guys behind Neon Knights on Roblox. But they made a Steam game called TDS, which is where it's almost like an RTS almost, instead of a tower defense. But you control a little guy that walks around, and he can place buildings. But you can also fight yourself. So it's pretty fun. I can't think of much else that I like that is specifically tower defense. But do you guys have any tower defenses you really like? And why? Turtle's so funny. Let me check my Steam actually and see what tower defenses I play. I don't play much on Roblox in terms of tower defenses. I'll check there too, see if there's anything in particular. But I don't think there is. Yeah, I play Visionary Squad. I play Spellbound Defense. I play anything else? I guess Noobs in Combat could be a tower defense, depending on how you play it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And on Steam, Tower Defense, I play. Oh yeah, I play Block Fortress 2, which is a fantastic game. I play Bloons TD Battles, Bug Heroes Tower Defense, which is pretty good. I haven't played it in a second though. Yeah, TDS. Oh, Redcon. Redcon's a pretty good one. It's less of a tower defense though, and more of a what's it called? It's almost more like Worms. Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies is definitely a tower defense. It is like one of the fundamental originators of the entire category. So I feel like it can be there. Custom receiver, magazine, reload. How much weight does this thing have? Yeah, Redcon is pretty fun. It is a... Yeah, it's like kind of like Worms, or not Worms. What am I talking about? Forts. Where you kind of like have two bases across from each other, and you're just shelling each other until one of your bases explodes. It's a game I played a lot back in the day. But it's from like 2005 or something. It's a very old game. It's from, yeah, I gotta remember who made it, but they also made like, they made a lot of, they were a mobile game developer. But they ported a lot of their games over to Steam, and they still work quite well. All right, I can full auto. What am I doing? Die. Yeah, the fire rate is the only issue that kind of keeps this thing down. Because it also doesn't have much pierce, I don't believe. So its crowd control capabilities leave a lot to be desired. I think my next round I'll upgrade the sniper. Yeah, enemies are starting to get kind of a little bit crowded here, which is good because then I can get more ammo from my C96 in one burst. Do not touch that headless fire. That would kill me. Do I see Final Stand 2? Yeah. Yeah, we're playing with the C96 build. If I get really bad at aiming all of a sudden, that's because I'm looking at chat. I looked back at my screen and I was aiming way up here. Yeah, but yeah, it is fun to play. That's why. Oh, that's another tower defense game I play is Arknights, because that has I just need another layer of gameplay on top of a tower defense, because tower defense just by itself can get very boring, at least to me. I'm sure there's some people that really like that kind of optimization thing. Like my a game I used to play is Tower Battles, which is the one that inspired Tower Defense Simulator. And the reason I like that game is because the layer it had was PvP, where you could send enemies at the person you were up against while defending yourself. It was kind of very similar to what BTD Battles would be. It's just you didn't get eco, which is very unfortunate. But it was very fun to build up your money and then just send like 15 boss 2s at your enemy. Yeah, Scuba, if you want to join, there is space for sure. All right, let's go upgrade our sniper. We might also upgrade our body armor. Boom. Blam. Boom. I'm about to get to wave 15, so if anybody wants to join, now would be the time. Then you get your map reward if we end up winning, which I'm sure we will, because we're pretty good at this game. And then I'll get to use my guardian angel. Let's go. Yeah, man, I don't know how people can say half tanks are bad. Having a little bit of health in your attacking build is really nice. Because usually if a wraith were to like get you like it just got me there, you would probably die. If you didn't have any health perks or resistance perks. But me, I can just, if I just hold S and I can just keep shooting forward, I don't even have to take my eyes off my main enemy. Oh, there's lurkers now. That's fine. I don't think lurkers are too bad. But I don't have very much experience with them. I don't play this map this often. Just imagine that, but in full auto. At like 1,200 rounds per minute. That's kind of what we're working towards. Alright, we gotta back up. Again, a little bit too much. Don't want to die to something stupid. No lurkers. There you are. Nice. Yeah, let's upgrade our body armor next. Take a little less damage. Rapid mod, that's nice. We'll eventually be able to use that for something. Oh, no ammo. Yeah, let's upgrade our body armor to max. You shall join? Nice. Glad to have somebody. Alright. We won't buy max ammo just yet. But what was I gonna buy? I bought my armor. Oh, right, ammo. Do a quick repair as well. Might as well. Maybe some sniper upgrades. Night vision. Actually, no, there's nothing here. Maybe special focus. That'll give me more damage against lurkers and wraiths and hunters and berserkers and the boss. Sure. Well, I'll wait for a second while I wait for Scuba to join, so that I don't start on wave 15. Yeah, I was also a long time ago. I was gonna play a game, called. What was it called? It was another tower defense. It was a lot like Arknights, where you place down a tower and enemies could shoot it, and there was also like and you could place them on like grids. But it was on Roblox, and I was really hyped for that to come out, and it never did, and it made me frown. But now I got Visionary Squad, so my Roblox tower defense needs are satiated for the time being. Especially if it keeps updating. Guys, the next update looked pretty scrumptious, but I can't tell you about it. Hee hee. :3. Yeah, one of the perks I want to put on is Death Aura, because that'll give me more % base damage. I might also... Okay, I really want to put on premium weapons, but it doesn't affect C96. I guess it would be really, really good if it did, because it does total damage instead of just % damage. But it would be so good. It would make me smile. I just need total damage increases. Split shot would also be cool. I just wish I could use it with Lucky Charm. I would love to use Shredder, but I don't really use that much fire. Like I kill things with 1 or 2 shots, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is hard for gunslinger mains. Maybe Retaliation. Retaliation is not a total damage increase, but it is just a lot of damage. Like it's 16, then 16 times 2, then 16 times 3. What's 16 times 3, guys? Somebody give it to me. No way, it's the Scoopster. I guess I'll upgrade ammo capacity. For the people that don't have infinite ammo. It would be funny if you did Trailblazer build. But, you know, do whatever you want. You are the Chef John of whatever's going on. Uh. Do you not have any of the perks for Trailblazer? By the way, the other perk you want is Scavenger. Life Run could also be good. Because Life Run gives you 12 HP per second. Alright, well, good luck. I'm gonna go play the game. I think I'm gonna stay back for this round. Yeah, this thing had like just a little bit more accuracy. It'd be beautiful. I'm surprised it doesn't, since it fires so slow. There he goes. Look at him go. He's doing it. All right, what am I doing? Kill. Look at him go. He's off. Into the great unknown. And he's not dead. Oh. Electric zombies. Do not die, bro. I hope you have some kind of life steal. I mean, if you die, I have Guardian Angel. Just make sure you die in it somewhere near me. Right on time for C96 crit. Oh, it's just one shot, one kill all day. Be careful about that speed buff. I can't help you much. Yeah. Oh, hello. I'm here now. Oh, that's a lot of lag. That's not a very good time for lag. Alright, no more. Oh, he got shot. Damn, that sucks. Alright, that's fine. I beat the thing. No. That. You did your job, bro. You're fine. Yeah, just might need some life steal might be in order, or life run. Or scavenger, or something, some way of getting health. I might get a heavy sentry next. Just to be a little bit more crowd control. Or a Tesla coil. But I do not like these electric zombies. I might run out of ammo. I'm still gonna keep full autoing though. I got my Guardian Angel value. The VS run is going horribly. Uh-oh. End mod, nice. That's actually quite good if we want to go up pure damage on our C96. Yeah, I think our next upgrade's gonna be the oh, Scooby died of lag, I think. Heavy sentry. And I would like to get recharged next. Just die of lag again. Bro cannot make it 2 feet. Detect wraiths, attack speed. I guess I'll go damage, so it has kind of more value per shot. Hopefully it lasts for all of this round. You hate airstrikes? Why is that? Or the, what is it called? The artillery? Put that right there. Boom. Yeah, those can be a little bit of a pain. Especially it's quite bad on maps that have turns in them, like or non-line of sight places where they can shoot you from, like what's it called? The Grid City, Canyon, Sunset Valley. And I think that's about it. All right, let's go. Hopefully Scooby doesn't die of lag. I want to try and keep them behind my sentry's range if I can. Will make ammo conservation a little easier and let it deal with the stuff that gets by me, like the headless. Okay, just watch running ammo. Switch. Nice. And full ammo again. And let's get back to work. Did Scooby just completely change his build while he was in there? That's quite silly. Don't get owned. Oh, he's got sawed off? Cool. die. I love Guardian Angel. Oh, look at him go. He's doing something. It might be good to include Death Vision on that build. Because then you can have infinite ammo and guaranteed crits. I think our heavy sentry ran out of juice. And that would recharge every 40 seconds, which is about the time between deaths when you're using the, what is it, escape plan, which I assume you're using. God, this build is just too good. Unfortunately, this isn't a great spawn kill map. Nice. Replenish. Actually, no. Alright, selling this, buying this instead. Prestige Bargainer? Maybe. Two of these. Max amount. Range. Alright. Cool. Oh, I should have got max amount next round. My foolishness. Maybe. I mean, if that's what you do, then go for it. Yeah, Bargainer is usually the first choice people go to, or at least the first suggestion pros give. But Bargainer is actually quite, it's quite situational. Because unless you're like changing builds constantly, or you're going for like a really late game weapon like minigun or M60, it's not really that useful. Like for pistols, it's completely useless. Same with like gear builds or like tank builds or anything that like doesn't focus entirely on weapons or buying a lot of weapons. It's not that great. Like even for something that would buy a lot of weapons like reserve cooling or what's it called? Or fallback plan. It's really not that great either. Like you'd rather use arms deal. But yeah, if you switch builds constantly, then Bargainer's great. But yeah, for gear build, you'd be better off buying Tactical. And same for tank build, you'd be way better off getting gym membership or Midas Touch. Or is there a melee one? Or I guess that Midas Touch is the melee one. Yeah, but for pistol builds, you'd be better off getting like premium weapons. For SMGs, you'd be better off getting Money Marker. So you just make more money overall instead of just using less money when buying things. And yeah. Honestly, these two perks here could probably use a rework. Boss Bounty and Survival Contract. Really, anything that money alts use could use a rework. You lost? No. Yeah, in pretty much every game I play, I really do like to have kind of an independent build where I can do damage but also kind of support myself. That's why I like this build. Or really any build you see me playing in this game will usually be a hybrid between tankiness and damage. Like my last build was I had infinite shield because I had mechanical leech and double down. So I had like infinite damage mitigation. And then the build before that was shotgun tank, which had shotgun brawler, which I don't think I need to tell you is a pretty good build. But it also did a lot of tankiness because you could also use what's it called? You can also use like Shredder on there. Nice. This is awesome. I should probably be putting my Tesla coils closer. I put it right where my heavy sentry was, which is not great positioning for it. I guess if I'm standing on it, that's alright. I think the electric zombies stopped spawning as well, which is nice. Honestly, the lurkers haven't been that much of a problem. Like, honestly, I feel everybody, as a rule of thumb, should just have a blue perk. Because really, no matter what your build is, there's always at least one blue perk that majorly benefits you. Like for crit, there's a deflection and crit heal. For anything that runs fast, there's life run. Or really, on any build, you can just run like untouchable. And that would give you 3 extra chances to live. People usually go for escape plan, but I think escape plan is actually a bit of a noob trap. Especially if you're running a build that preserves your own life, like ranged. Like the only time you would be dying is when you're pushed all the way back to your base, and then as soon as you do, you're locked inside. Because you go inside, they go over the door, you step out, and then you die instantly, and you do it again and again and again until you are over. Like, the only time escape plan is really good is when you're using it tactically to get back to the base quickly. Or if you're using it in a build like Scuba is, where he dies intentionally to die over and over and over again. Like, if you're all the way up at the front, you can use your... what is it called? Your escape plan, and then teleport back to the base. And it'll also give you... It's also good if you have a lot of tankiness already, because... Or at least a lot of health and armor and kind of base stats, because it regens all of your health and ammo. Or not ammo, health and armor. Alright, there we go. That's a little bit better positioning on my... on that. Yeah, it's better when you're spawn camping and not when you're defending. Alright, I should probably... Hold on. Let me upgrade these before I put them down. Actually, I should have enough weight for heavy sentry as well. Even though it's definitely not going to be as useful as it is on some of my other builds since I have nothing for it. And also, if everybody were to follow that rule of having at least one blue perk, it would make my life a little bit easier, so I don't have to worry about everybody else dying. Fork range, damage. I'll go with damage. Multi-zap. Oh man, the stuff on this is expensive. Go fork range. Yeah, because that's what? 2 or 3 times how many does it have? 4. So 3 times 4, that's 12 people damaged. Times 2, because there's 2 of them. So every 15 seconds, that is 24 people zapped, which is not bad for a thing with infinite ammo. And it does 3,600 damage, which is not bad in the worst of cases. And it also gives them a quick stun. All right. I think we're gonna have to do this run ourselves. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll just kind of stay in the back. It's not like we need money anymore. Let's go place our stuff. And then I think next round we'll be able to fully upgrade our Teslas. I mean, not really. It's just the amount of money that you get when you're soloing for most of the thing. You get to get all of the hit money. Soloing is quite easy. Yeah, because I don't have much in terms of the ways to get money anyway. I have 0 money perks. The only thing that would give me money is actually killing things and also invest income. All you have to do is not die. Real. Yeah, most people run like pure damage builds and then complain when they die, which I think is a little bit silly to me. If you're complaining about dying, then get a blue perk or stop complaining. Like me, I have my one blue perk is Lockdown, which gives me more resistance, armor regen, and health regen, depending on how many locking perks I have, which I have 4 of, because I have my money perk. I have my money perk, or my, in quotes, money perk, which is gym membership, which gives me a whole lot of health and stamina and health regen and weight and reload speed for free. And the, oh nice, the Teslas are doing well. The other one I have is backup weapon, which is what's giving me my C96. And that gives me that for free. And the other one I have is death vision, which is where I press N and my vision goes red and I murder everything. Like this. And that's also a locking perk. And then lockdown itself counts as a locking perk. And that brings up to 4, which is the max that it can get to. And that gives me lockdown is basically 3 perks in one. If you have it fully built. But that's my blue perk. And that just gives me a whole lot of kind of safety in how many hits I can take, because like look, my health is half. It's gonna be regenerated in like a few seconds. It's fine. All I gotta do is like kind of chill. Which is what we're up to currently. And it also gives me armor regen, so I don't have to buy armor that much. Unless I like fully die. at some point. And resistance is nice. So I don't take nearly as much damage even when I don't have armor. I'm still gonna die pretty fast, but I'm not getting like insta-killed like other people are. Another build I really want to run, if I'm gonna move on from the C96, which I doubt it, anytime soon at least, is probably gonna be it's probably gonna be like a utility or stun build with heavy concussion. Just wish that the Remington 700 or Remington 870, the SWAT pack shotgun, was way more expensive and way more powerful. Because currently it's a mid-game shotgun, and if you don't use it there, then it's quite bad. And there's no other gun, at least I don't think so, that does crits on stun. That's kind of the whole point of all the weapons in the pack, and that's why a lot of people use USP with heavy or concussion shot early game, because that would give you guaranteed crits on every shot. Yeah, you deal critical hits against stunned enemies. It's also on the MP5 and the R8700, but this is 3,000 or 32,000. Which is like a very mid-game shotgun. That's like right here. How much is the MP5? The MP5 is, yeah. So the R8700 or R870 should be way more expensive. I feel like it should be like way up there with AA12, or at least the M1014, because then you could use it a lot further into the game and it would make utility builds a little bit more useful, because this is guaranteed crits as long as you have somebody stunned, which is going to be pretty much always if you have a pure stun build, especially with stuff like stun grenade or propane tank or the perk static discharge. Every time you're hit, every 10 seconds when you're hit, you stun everybody around you for 4, 8, 12, 16, 1.6 seconds at max level 4. And then that can be reduced with fast forward, which is somewhere around here. If I keep waving my mouse around, I'll find it. There it is. Reduces the cooldown from other perks, I believe, up to 65%, which that would make this every, like, what, 4.5 seconds? And then you can also use... Is a stun locking build possible? You can't... the stun locking build is possible, but it's not... You can't stun lock people forever, because you can only stun somebody with one source once. So if you static discharge somebody and then they lived and then you static discharge them again, then it wouldn't work. The other build or the other perk that people commonly use, or if the stun were a little bit more meta, you'd probably use custom shots. The next headshot every 2.5 seconds will stun the enemy for another 1.6 seconds. So that's 1.6 on top of 1.6, and that is 3.2 seconds of stun, and then times that by 0.5. What's 0.5? That would be like 4 point, or like maybe even 5 seconds of stun with just those 3 perks. Is there anything else that stuns? Let me look at the perk. wiki. It'll probably tell me. Green. Heavy concussion. Yeah, so with heavy concussion, you could use it with bear traps as well. If you had that pack as well. Unfortunately, it would be a very pack heavy build because a lot of the stunning things are here. But that would be, or no, it does not work with bear traps because that inflicts snare. Yeah, you could use. You could use the stun from Tesla Coil as well, which would stun for 0.5 seconds. And if you did this upgrade, that would be 1 second, and that would be times 5, so it'd be 1.5 seconds on top of the 5 seconds, so that's 6.5 seconds. And then you also have the propane tank, which if you get the stun upgrade, that's 4 seconds of stun, and that's 4 times 0.5, so that's 6 seconds on top of the 6.5 seconds, and that's 11 seconds of stun. If you really wanted to give somebody a bad time, I believe this also stuns. Yes, 1 second of stun, and that's 1.5. So that's 7, I believe, no, it's 8 seconds of damage, which, and that would only happen once. Yeah, stuns on stuns on stuns on stuns, but you just need to add more sources of stun. Anyway, I'm probably going to let this round tick over and lose, because I got to be right back. I got to eat some food. But I'll play an ad for you guys. You know what I'm saying, guys? You picking up what I'm putting down? What's going on, gang? Guys, shop's bloated. Multi-zap. Scooby is a unit? Possibly true. Alright, let's repair this and give it a big ol' increase in health. Barbed wire, electric wire. And a little bit more ammo. And that's it. Yeah, these are the two that I'm trying to do right now. That's why we're on this map, specifically on hard. Alright, well, I'm ready. Slashy dance. Or actually, I'm gonna put down my Tesla coils. And then I'll be ready. Did you do the face verification thing? No, I did not. I probably won't until it becomes mandatory, which I think is somewhere around December. So I got a month left, or I got until next month, which is getting pretty close. But maybe even after that, because I don't know how much I chat. I thought it was early January. I don't know. I didn't look at that much into it. But yeah, I ain't doing it. If I can help it. Yeah, I think next round we're going to buy Heavy Sentry as well. Alright, but I'll just chill out here whenever Scoober's ready. Base thing is stupid? It is. I mean, it's not supposed to do anything. They don't, like, Roblox doesn't actually want... Incredible. Yeah, like, Roblox doesn't actually want anything to actually be secure. That would work against their hidden interests. Which is protecting predators, and that's it. Like it's I think it's mainly to placate stock like shareholders. That seems like the only reason why they're doing this right now. Also, I think slashers replace electric guys, which is awesome. That means my my Teslas can just work uninterrupted. Okay, let's start pushing forward. Oh yeah, I was talking about stuns, and I completely forgot about one of the better stun perks in the game, which is Airburst. Well, it's not like a really good perk general wise, but in a very specific circumstance, it is very good. An air burst is when you're far enough away from a, or actually no, it's not when you're far enough away. It's when if your grenade explodes in the air, then the without hitting anything, then anything that's in the blast radius is stunned. I think hold on, I'll read that in a second. Let's push forward a bit. You don't have to warn me. Unless lurkers become more dangerous later on, I don't think you have to warn me about the lurkers. They die as easily as anything else. Oh no, there's a lot of leg fixers forever. Yeah, my Teslas seem to be doing alright. Just occasionally one-shotting things. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely not great that they're letting people sort by how young they are. That seems bad. And I'm sure you can trust Roblox Corporation with pictures of your face. Thank goodness there's no such thing as a data breach. Scoober, you may need to die. It may be your time. Alright, I forgot you can. Die. Well, let's go. Yeah. Nice. Good work, gang. We did it. I'm gonna refill my ammo. While he's doing that. I did run out a lot of C96. Yeah, I mean I guess that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, it's totally what's gonna happen. People are just gonna sell their accounts once they've been confirmed. Either that, or I don't think they remember that AI exists. I mean, I'm sure it's the #1 priority in their mind because the whole thing runs on AI. I think it might just be AI teaching AI what faces look like. People send in AI generated faces. The AI detects it. That's fantastic. The only, like, if it's human reviewed, it's a terrible process. If it's AI reviewed, it's a terrible process. So it's just not great in general. Yeah, but I probably won't be using it at any point. There's not much I really need to do to chat. I can chat with my people in my stream. I mean, people they've tried to stop you from chatting in the past. Like with like that's what guests used to be. If you didn't have an account, then you couldn't chat, and then they removed it. Recent interview, yeah, it's outrageous the stuff that guy gets up to, or the stuff that he says with full earnesty. We got kid gambling. We got 17-year-olds dating on his site. We got what else did he say? Somebody give me something else ridiculous that he said. Yeah, that, like he like he had not even a twitch in his face as he said, let's get, it would be a great idea to have gambling for kids. What are you talking about? Shakes your shoulders. What are you doing? Stop it. Oh yeah, all right, he did say that. I forgot. It's hard to remember everything that he's ever said. This is fully upgraded. The update is probably just going to push people off platform too. Yeah, I mean that's what all Roblox updates do. Like every time Roblox updates, their stock like tanks 20%. So it's hard to even say they're doing it for money. They're just kind of bad. They're either bad at making games or they're legitimately antisocial and evil. So it's not looking good for Roblox right now. Also, can we get some ammo? That would be helpful. Probably both, yeah. Stupid and evil. That's basically all the rich right now. Do you guys have any examples of cool rich people? That used to be Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast used to be that kind of guy. And then he was also outed as being horrible and evil and stupid. Evil scary. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of like the last time there was a cool rich person. Yeah. Yeah, like what is it? I think what the point where I really fell off of it was where he made food for kids and it had like it was almost like the Lunchables kind of thing, but it had like it had like 2 or I think it had like 10 times the leading like the limit of lead in it. It had so much lead in it. It was outrageous. Cool ones, the ones that aren't famous. Lunchly, yeah. How much? Hold on. How much lead did it have in it? I mean, that's also a problem with Lunchables. Don't eat Lunchables, by the way. Do not feed your kids Lunchables. Do not let other people eat Lunchables. They are full of lead. Let's see. What's in these things? Yeah, 50% the daily limit of lead. Phthalates, endocrine disrupting chemicals leading to health risks. Low levels of arsenic. I don't know if you guys know this. Arsenic's not supposed to be in the stuff you eat. It has lead and mold, yeah. I mean, that was like the whole like I like my food drippy meme came from. That was for a little bit, but that was from Lunchly's. That they were just that moldy. Yeah, it's a carcinogen. Yeah, it's a radioactive carcinogen is what arsenic is. Yeah, you're not supposed to have that in your food. Like my cheese moldy, bro. Yeah, it's man, yeah, I mean, let me know if you guys feel free to at me on my Discord if you guys can find a cool rich person. Because I can't think of one. Maybe feel free to name any of them from history at all. Like any historical cool rich person. Also works. It's interesting to think about. Anyway, I'm gonna start up this round. I'm sure Scooby will do whatever he needs to do. You were gonna get a laser shotgun? Oh, okay. Yeah, check out that damage when they fall down there. Yeah, I'll get heavy sentry with the lightning recharge. And then I will also get upgraded snipers as well. Ow. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do as well. I was going to check out what Airburst does. Oh man, that's a lot of bleeding. Where'd that come from? Ouch. Stop it. I see a lot of Kai Cenat. Is he? I from most of what I've seen from him, he's just like a streamer guy. I don't know if he's done. I don't keep up with much with like popular streamers. Not because they're like bad or anything, although some of them mostly are. But just because it's not really the people I follow. I usually like to go for the lower viewer streamers. Just because it feels like there's a bit of more community there. Yeah, what do they do? I'm not sure. You'll have to update me on what's going on with that. Haven't heard from them in a while. Maybe. I see him in a lot of tags. Like Twitch tags. Like if I go into like a streamer's Twitch, no matter how small or unrelated they are, they still have that in their tags, which is interesting. I'm not really sure why that is. I keep on trying to think of like categories where rich people could be cool. Like presidents? No, not really. I keep on thinking I've thought of a cool rich person, and then I realize they're not rich. Like my mind keeps going Bill Nye the Science Guy for some reason. I don't think he's rich though. I mean, he should be. If there's somebody that should be rich, it's him. If you don't donate your money to other people as a rich person, you're not really talked about. Maybe. I mean, the other way to get talked about is be evil. Is Moist Critical rich? I think he might be. Actually, no, I think he made a video at some point about how he was turning off donations Or at least I remember somebody saying that. That might be a cool rich person. Hold on. Who made that video? It was one of like the main cast of big YouTubers. I think it might have been Moist Critical. But yeah, he's turning off or somebody is turning off donations so that people don't waste their money on him, because he has so much like they have so much money. But I gotta find out who it is. Yeah. Yeah, he turned off. Yeah, okay. I feel like that's pretty. Okay, Moist Critical might be a cool rich guy. But most of like the original YouTubers, like the big ones, like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Moist Critical, the other ones, I can't name them off the top of my head because those are the three I watched. I also watched a little bit of PewDiePie, but I think over not in like quality of content, but just kind of in mainstream, how much he's talked about PewDiePie is kind of not being talked about much, which I guess is just a DanTDM, right? DanTDM is such a cool rich guy. You're so correct. Ray William Johnson? Who's that? Let me search that up. American YouTuber. I don't know this guy. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know this guy. Yeah, but DanTDM was actually quite cool. Here, I mean, I think he still is. I haven't kept up with him, but I know when Mr. Beast started really going off the deep end, he was the main one that opposed him, which is really cool. I like when that happens. I like when people actually have like morals and like character. He's an OG, I think. Okay, I must have missed it. Okay. Oh right, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna get heavy sentry. Boom. Oh. Oh, I don't have it. I see. Yeah, it's interesting to think about. But also, I imagine the reason all of those people we just talked about are cool is because they don't, or at least most of them don't like come from money. Like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, DanTDM, Moist Critical. Like those guys are just like, they started like playing like COD on their Xbox. So I guess they don't have like the evil gene that people born with money have, which is nice. surprised no one got exposed this month. I mean, I think right this month has been really the month of exposing corporations. Roblox and Twitch both got hit really hard this month. I mean, it's not really exposing. We all knew it all along, but just kind of things that happen to them. But not people. You gotta remember that corporations are people too, man. They have feelings. You can't hurt corporations' feelings, otherwise they'll sue you out of existence. True. My bad. Real. Alright. Yeah, but let me know in the Discord if you find any cool rich people. Oh, my barricade's blowed. I don't have a heavy sentry. Wait, a full auto 100% crit, 150% damage. My C96, it's gonna be so nice. Unlucky mod. Nice. Life is good. Alright. Yeah, like Twitch had a very bad time of it, as did Roblox, because of all of... Really, it's their own fault. Everything that happens to corporations is mainly their own fault, bro. Like, they can't help themselves. They have to ruin themselves. Like the most outrageous part of the Roblox, like where David is saying like all of these outrageous things, is that he agreed to those, like he agreed to those things, the interviews. He was like, okay guys, this is really gonna up our PR. And then he went out onto the world stage and spouted some nonsense for like 3 hours. Why would you do that? Are you made of stupid, bro? Did you go to school to be this stupid, or is it just normal? Like, were you born with this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. My favorite topic, the reason I'm talking so much about rich people is because of, I've been really interested in, or I've been really amused by the topic of rich people's doomsday bunkers. And the main problem they're having is that once the apocalypse were to start, there's nothing, because they obviously need other people there, because rich people, most rich people are talentless. They need other people there to farm their crops, to maintain the equipment, to keep them safe from outside intruders, and to generally keep their way of life alive. But once the apocalypse actually starts, there's nothing stopping these servants from just killing him. Like, I think it was Mark Zuckerberg that was mostly bringing it up. But yeah, once the apocalypse starts, all bets are off. And that was a big that's a big issue with because pretty much every rich person has a doomsday bunker, and they're only getting more common. That's why I think they keep buying that's why they keep like buying like private islands and stuff like that. Yeah, but like once the apocalypse starts, you're basically screwed because you're really living off the reputation that you have, and usually for most people that have enough money to buy a doomsday bunker to hide away from everybody else, it's not great. Yeah, pretty much. The only point where you would be safe inside a millionaire bunker or a billionaire bunker, really, is either having AI servants, like robots that do your work for you, or like straight up like brainwashed MK Ultra style like zombies that do your work for you. Because anybody with any amount of free will, they're not gonna, there's no way anybody has any semblance of loyalty to any rich person in the year 2025. It's just not possible. And especially not enough loyalty to keep themselves from murdering them for their own financial gain. Or not even financial gain, just for their own gain in general, because finance will be over when the apocalypse comes. Is there even any saving when the apocalypse happens? I mean, it's what is it? It's very as much as it is like the only way where humanity would probably be killed off completely by an apocalypse would be something like some kind of tectonic disaster, like the Earth actually like coming apart. Because that way you can't hide in an underground bunker. Either that or some kind of like solar disaster. Like something like a gigantic CME or coronal mass ejection. That's where the magnetic field on the sun gets extremely powerful and blasts off a gigantic like spout of plasma, and if that hits Earth, it's cooked. Like it just sterilizes the entire outside of it, and crops become impossible to grow. Any humans on the surface would be either sterilized or just killed outright. Juice that makes the head explode. True. And that might be trouble for humanity. Everything else, like, it's very hard to wipe out all humans. AI invasion, yeah, AI invasion would also probably be a full strike. It would have to be something that can find people in bunkers. Or in wherever they may be hiding. AI could do it, for sure. Either that or each other. All like us, taking out ourselves. Whether it be like an eternal civil war, or just an outside war with foreign invaders. But even then, you can hide it. There are nuclear bunkers. Like any, and I mean, the worst part about that is that most of the everybody that would cause the nuclear war, like government officials, generals, other military personnel, would usually all be shielded. Like they're all in like nuclear command, which is like under a mountain behind a gigantic 700-ton steel door. So they're fine. But everybody else cooked. Foreign species? I mean, the thing is, if we get invaded by a foreign species, they likely have way better technology than we do, and yeah, we would be cooked. And they like, I mean, I guess it depends on which model of alien life you subscribe to. Like me personally, I subscribe to Dark Forest, which is the idea that there's nothing talking to us, because if they talk, they reveal themselves to others and then die. And that would be alien invasion would come in the form of like a megaton projectile being launched at some fraction of the speed of light, hits our planet, we blow up, and it's over. We wouldn't, if it goes fast enough, you wouldn't even see it coming. It would just be, the candle wouldn't even know it's gone out. It would just, and then the Earth would be rendered inoperable forever. But I mean, if they arrived with some sense of like wanting to communicate with us, we would be cooked if they decided to kill us. But otherwise, I think we'd be fine. I mean, the dream of that is like we finally have like a common enemy to kill. So we all like bring ourselves together to fight this common enemy. Yeah, it wouldn't work out really any way you shake it. The only way would be if they were peaceful and they came to us, because because if they came to us, they obviously have interstellar space travel. They have, or maybe even intergalactic space travel. And we don't have that yet. They may also be higher up in the Kardashev scale. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a gauge of technology based on the power that you can get. So we are currently around Kardashev scale 0.7, where we have most of the stuff or most of the power of our planet at our disposal. We can make solar panels, we can make nuclear reactors, we can make coal generators. But Kardashev scale 1 would be us completely harnessing the power of our planet. So geothermal, full nuclear power, covering the Earth in solar generators and hydro farms and every single way we can extract power from our planet. Kardashev scale 2 would be getting the power of our solar system and neighbors. So that would be stuff like a Dyson sphere, where we could fully take all of the power of the sun by surrounding it in a gigantic metal sphere with solar panels in it, or using a bunch of small little solar panels. And then Kardashev scale 3 would be the power of our entire galaxy. And then Kardashev scale 4 would be of the entire universe. And if they are higher than us by even if they are higher us than even maybe one level above us, like they can take the power of like their planet and a few of their neighbors, yeah, we're cool. They would, and the idea of the Kardashev scale as well is that the higher up you are, the less you notice the people below you. Like, take ants. Ants would be like Kardashev scale 0.1. They can take the power of their anthill and maybe some of the food that they eat. I died. I forgot to I forgot to hit ammo. But we think very little of ants. We kill insects because they minorly inconvenience us. If something was high enough, like maybe 2 levels above us on the Kardashev scale, um, they wouldn't think of us as humans or even maybe conscious creatures. They'd think of us the same way that somebody who stomps on an anthill would think about them. Yeah, I did die. I was too busy yapping. Sorry. Yeah, overall, it doesn't look good for humanity so far, but you know, we're chugging along. We're making it through. Hopefully, it continues to be that way. Just a minor inconvenience, for sure. Yeah, I know Scuba's got it. As long as it doesn't happen while I'm alive. Honestly, I mean, that's what everybody who believes in the rapture is thinking. They want to have their generation be the last one. They want to have the universe end and be around to see it. Or for whatever reason it may be. Like that, yeah, that's why that's like the whole idea of rapture guessing. I'm getting 2 of these, 1 of these. It's a whole thing. I mean, that would be interesting, yes, but imagine the final moments before that must be painful. Yeah, I mean, oceans of lava, the Antichrist, coming down to Earth, the demons of hell flooding out. Wouldn't be great. Certainly a conundrum for sure. But the idea, I mean, they probably haven't thought of that either. I'm not gonna lie. You're probably one step ahead of them now. But I mean, the whole idea of rapture guessing is really stupid anyway. Even if you believe in that kind of, even if you believe that it will happen eventually, you can't guess it. It said so in the Bible. There is a whole passage about that, about how no man can guess when the world will end. How much ammo? 36. All right. It happens when it happens? Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what the passage says. It is what it is. You can't pay money to force rapture. Like, oh, man, the people that sell everything when they hear the rapture is coming, what are you doing? Just keep living your life, dude. If the rapture happens, then yeah, you have some stuff around you. You get to cherish with your love and with your family and friends and stuff like that. Sell all your stuff. If the rapture happens, then like cool. I guess you have a little bit more money when the rapture happens. Why? Why would you need that? I don't know. And if you don't, then you don't have money, and you whatever happens when the rapture happens. There's no like point to selling all of your stuff unless some like snake oil salesman or other form of rapscallion is telling you to. Yeah, it would be. Like that's it's kind of the idea. Is that everything besides who you are is what you're reduced down to. I don't think you can really do a money spread to impress God. But hey, I don't know. I'm not an expert. I sometimes feel like an expert compared to everybody else, though. I got like that Dunning-Kruger effect going on. It's working out pretty well for me, though. C96. Why is this lag happening? It makes me frown. Get away from me, you freak. Why did you just crawl over the wall? You're not supposed to do that. That's not how you play the game. Get him. Nice. Try and die before me so I can rock Guardian Angel. Flashy smiley face. Y'all believe in reincarnation? I sure hope not. I don't want to become a hamster. Like that's just hell for people who reincarnate. But I mean, more seriously, if it does exist, it doesn't really matter. It's like there's nobody that's gonna, like, if there is reincarnation, nobody remembers their past lives, so it might as well be like you died and didn't do it. Like you're it's not the same your consciousness is different irreparably, because you have a different mind and a different, like, you have a fundamental difference in your upbringing and your physiological makeup. But what difference does it make if you die and nothing happens, or if you die and something happens? Unless you have some odd deja vu, yeah. I don't like how much our base is dying. What's your build, man? You have a lot of health. It's not a bad build at all. I might have to copy that, whatever it is. Or at least some parts of it. For my own shotgun adventures. See what you got here. Shotgun brawler, reserve cooling, life infusion. That's probably what's doing it. Knockback blast, ice cold. Have you ever tried? What's that? Is that Undying? Death to Fire. Honestly, Also, you have booster kit. Over Death Defier, if you have life infusion, honestly, I'd go armor break. Because armor break gives you 25% of your max, or 25, 50, 75, 100% of your max HP as temp HP, which would just double your health. It's very, very good with life infusion. I'm just wondering if it would be good if you are constantly getting armor with the thing. Almost 600k kills, yeah. Your armor will never break. Yeah, that's true. If you want even more armor breaking, you should try Energy Repair. Energy Repair is just Shotgun Brawler 2. But you also regain a little bit of shop health and barricade health every time you kill something. But it's your build. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't do too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's all just people trying to explain the fact that that we don't know what happens. And either that or people in true existential fear that after your mind goes, nothing happens. Not even like there's like blackness or anything. It's nothing. There's your mind, the vessel in which you experience life is no longer there. If there's anybody that would know what it is that happens after you die, then like boxers would know, because they are constantly separated from their mind. But there's still a little bit of the brainstem and like the vestiges of whatever is online when you get knocked out. But it's hard to. The reason that people come up with so much is that it's hard to imagine what nothingness would look like. Your brain cannot fathom what it would be like without itself. Like, it is a fundamentally rejected thought of the mind. Oh yeah, let me do this. And then repair. And then refill, and then repair, and get this. Yeah. I mean, the easiest nothing to think about is like a vacuum, where there's nothing in that space. But yeah, nobody can really say what happens when you die. If you're interested in that kind of like the soul and what happens, or like ideas of the world ending and what might happen, play Soma. Soma is a incredibly good game with that idea, since there's like soul duplication and afterlives and people living on after apocalypses, unless you die and get brought back somehow. I mean, even then, what is it? There was a back when what is it? Yeah, Soma is quite good. But Yeah, unless you die and get brought back. I mean, even if you die and get brought back, or you get a concussion as like a boxer, the brain is still on, because there was a summit on death, basically, back when like stuff like body transplants were a little bit more uncommon. But back when heart transplants just started to become, or like any body part started to become like just over the horizon, started becoming possible, they did a summit on death. Basically all of like the head doctors and scientists and researchers from all over the earth came together and they decided, when does the death happen? But basically they decided that brain death is death. As soon as there's no more signal from the brain, you're done. So even when you're like a boxer and you get knocked out, or you go under like anesthesia or something, the brain's still on. The brain's still doing things. Yeah, it's when the brain dies, or like when the brain stops sending signals out, it's done. Because before, people would have, I think the specific study was research on irreversible coma. But because the problem was, before the brain was the center of the body, it was the heart. And as long as the heart was still beating, doctors had to keep people alive, or they had to try their best at least. But it was it ended up having a lot of cases where they just kept on pumping blood through a dead, like basically they were pumping blood into a corpse. The heart was beating, the organs were all still functioning because they had oxygen going to them. Nothing was on. Like there was nobody inside that body. I don't think it's when the cells in the brain die. I think it's just when the signals stop. It's like they have a machine that tests when like electrical signals come from the brain. And yeah, when that stops, it's done. Yeah, but it's interesting to think about. It's a very interesting train of thought to go down the idea that that you don't really have free will. Nobody really does. We are a set of malleable instructions based on outside stimuli. Like if we could see like in a more outlined, or if we had a machine that could like scan your brain fully, we could replicate your body. Like we could replicate your entire emotional being into another person. It's just that we don't really have that kind of power. I believe they simulated a fly's brain last I checked. Like they got a machine that could do a very, very fine-tuned scan of every single piece of a fly's brain. And I believe they actually were able to simulate it within a machine, which is a little bit unfun to think about, the consequences of such a thing, but hey. But one of the core ideas of Soma is that kind of idea where somebody duplicates your brain into somewhere else. And then what happens to the person that was before you? You keep going, and then somebody else that's also you also keeps going. So it's a very ego death kind of thing. But I mean, it's not. I don't think we'd ever be able to simulate people. Like scan a whole person, or scan a person's brain at least, and then put them into a computer and have them fully work. Or actually, no, we wouldn't be able to get the scan at all. The scan for the fly's brain is immense. It is a immense file size. It's because it's down. It has to be down to like the neurons. The only way you could do that is really with like super abstraction. Like you'd have to like render. It'd almost be like a brain version of like DSR, or not DSR, but super sampling, where it doesn't render each individual thing, but it renders all of it as like a clump. But yeah, the brain is the human brain. I don't know if I need to tell you this, but for some people, the human brain is bigger than a fly's brain. So it might take a second for us to get to that point. Another thing to see, it's free on YouTube, is World of Tomorrow by Don Hirschfeld. I believe it's called. Yeah, it's free on YouTube. Don Hirschfeld's World of Tomorrow. It's basically about somebody from the far, far future who is a clone of a clone of a clone, 200 generations of clones, and then this person coming back to the where you are to tell you some things. It's a very classic sci-fi story, but it goes about it in a very interesting and different way. But it's also got some very, very bleak views of eternal life. Like the people in this world don't they don't do anything with their infinite lives now that they've done it, because there's nothing to do besides extend your life further. Eternal life, yeah. But I mean, you'd have to be in full control of it, because eternal life and immortality is just straight up a curse. Like, you will live forever. You will live until the heat death of the universe, until all that's left is to float around in a vacuum and occasionally bump into a titanic iron ball. That's all that's left of like a black hole. And that would be it. And also, make sure you have, when you're getting your wish from the genie, make sure you get your immortality with invulnerability. Otherwise, you're in for a literal eternity of torment. You want to be choking to death in the vacuum of space for all of eternity? I don't. So make sure you get your wording right. Oh my god, a hunter? Alright. Special zombie kill. Yes. Now I gotta get a kill with this. All right, there we go. And then power. Power. Have I told you about my impossible run? I think you did at some point. Yeah, that's tragic. I haven't played much impossible. I feel like I could probably do some impossible once I get my C96 prestige. But it's just a big time requirement for me to do that. And I would need like a team. Actually, what would y'all wish for if you had 3 wishes? It's very difficult because it's very hard to avoid a monkey's paw pet cemetery kind of situation where you wish for something to happen and it goes terribly, terribly wrong. And it would have to be a wish of some kind of impact, because I imagine in this hypothetical scenario, I am the only person that gets this wish. It would have to be something to do with changing the world to a non-zero sum game. Because right now I believe the world is a zero sum game where you use things, they are used up, and then there's no more things. So then that would allow for things like perpetual motion machines. It would allow for things like infinite regrowth of power and matter, and even just like it would allow for real life duplication glitches is what it would allow for, which would not only allow for me to extend infinitely if I were to use my other 2 wishes for everybody to be immortal and invulnerable and be able to end it at any time. Ability to create anything, that's what I'm saying, is make not ability to create anything, but specifically making Earth a zero sum, or making the universe and all of creation a 2-sum game, I guess it would be. But the ability to make matter from nothing, or make matter from nothing. Remove that law. Because then that would be duplication glitches, that would be perpetual motion machines getting energy from nothing. And that would just allow for the progenation of humanity forever. Because then you could, power like a small, you could even for a single person, you could power a small heater. You could power some thrusters to go anywhere in space. If you wish that, then the other 2 wishes is just redundancy. You can make what you desire. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's very, with the 3 wishes, if there's no rules, it's very easy. I mean, you could just say, I wish for more wishes, which is a classic. But I imagine in this world, we got like the genie's 3 rules, where you can't wish for more wishes, you can't kill anybody, and you can't bring back the dead. And also, we're not freeing the genie from the thing, because that's Disney movie crap, and we're not doing that. Ugh, I yap too much, guys. I'm out of breath. All right, let's go. Actually, if you're going that, I might go XL drinks. Or actually, I won't do it right now, but I'll go Speed Demon for now. But once I get my drink, I'll go XL drinks. Welcome back. Yeah, I imagine in this hypothetical scenario, we're doing with the genie's 3 rules where you can't You can't, what's it called? Wish for more wishes. You can't kill somebody or bring anybody back from the dead. The only problem I could see with the ability to create matter from nothing, for all creatures that roam the earth, is that there may be some diabolical way to create like infinite weapons, like a bomb that almost like an atomic bomb, how like an atomic bomb works, where the uranium fissions into more, and then it keeps on self-perpetuating forever. Yeah, recursive bomb, basically. That's all I could see that would be wrong with it. The only way it can kind of backfire. But other than that, oh wait, it wouldn't matter, because then you could just go, you could make your other rules. I wish for everybody to be immortal, and I wish for everybody to be impervious, and end it whenever they want. Actually, no, you could just make everybody immortal and impervious, and because then you could just create matter from nothing, and then the heat death of the universe would never arrive. You would just be allowed to live forever. Or making people who say a specific phrase die, yeah. Rain World? A lot of people keep telling me to play Rain World. I have not yet. Is it good? I know it's like a platformer, but I'm not a big fan of platformers though. Yeah, it's very easy to manipulate if there's no rules to the genie's wishes. Then yeah, you can really go hog wild. Like that's why whenever I see like people say like I wish for riches or I wish for power, don't be short-sighted. Don't be an idiot. You don't want to at least put a little bit of thought into it. But I guess that's kind of the idea of kind of most genie stories, is that they do give the wishes to like a person who is short-sighted. I mean, what rules would you place? I mean, I guess it depends on what my end goal is. Like, do I want to give people what they want? Am I like what's my end goal here? I don't know the end goal of most genies. I guess it's different for every kind of genie there is. Spray mod, nice. Like if you're like a monkey's paw kind of genie, you can put in like no rules and then you can just make up whatever you want that happens. Because most wishes will eventually go wrong. Unless you really know your stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, if it would all, I mean, in an ideal world, I wouldn't want to put any restrictions on anything. And then I would just want to give, because the idea is you want to give the wishes to the right person and not have the right rules. Because the 3 rules that are in there right now, you can't wish for more wishes. I mean, you can't wish for more wishes, I think would be my first rule. But I don't think I would include the other two. Because, like, the other two imply that you're giving the wishes to somebody that would if they could. Wish for more genies. I think that would also apply to wish for more wishes, but that is funny. Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink here. Deadeye. Max it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the end goal of genies are. I mean, the main idea, if tips for any genies out there, yeah, find the right person. Don't find an idiot that's gonna wish for money and more power. Wish 2 wishes so you could profit. I mean, if I had a single chance to outwit those rules, my wish would just be to change the rules. I'm gonna save my heavy sentry till next round. Wishes can't affect the genie. Oh. That would be a good rule, yeah. It would also, I guess another rule would be you can't change the rules. But yeah, I think it matters less what kind of rules you put in place so that people can't abuse it, and just finding I'm gonna say it again, just find the right person, because the right person will give you the right wish. I think the whole idea is that the person that you have to give the wishes to is whoever finds your little thing, the lamp. Cannot be used with malicious intent. Ooh, I guess that would make sense, since then they would just know. But do genies just know? Or would I have to be the guess of that? Someone would become Thanos, yeah. Well, then would it be on a cosmic morality, like a baseline morality that the universe goes by? Or would it be on their own personal morality, or would it be on the genie's morality? Because evil things are like different things are evil to different people. Because if it's on the person that's wishing's morality, then they could say, like, they could be like Thanos, where they could say, I want to balance the universe, and then they kill a bunch of people. There's nobody that there's not many people that kill somebody out of, like, I guess there are a few people, but there's like people who would do malicious things don't often think of them as malicious things. They just think of them as things they should do. Perhaps a dilemma. I guess cosmic morality, like things that put others in harm? Maybe. But yeah, it's a lot of because if it goes by either the genie or the person's morality, it can be very easily abused or gone around, because the genie doesn't know Like the genie's morality isn't perfect, and the person that's doing the wishing probably doesn't have perfect morality. So it would have to be on some kind of cosmic level, I guess. Interesting. So it would be a very, it would have to just work regardless of how it goes if you wanted that kind of thing. Like it would have to just know that whatever you're doing is with malicious intent. Or not even, no, not even intent, it's just whatever you're doing is malicious. It would just have to know. So that it can't be intent because then whose intent? Oh, I did not mean to press M. And there we go. Oh, right, did I drink? Let's do that. Sip. Yeah, Life Infusion is so good. Yeah. I mean, it's with that much power, you have to really get your stuff right. Because if you don't get it right once, then you're cooked. Like somebody's gonna do something ridiculous with their wish, and then it's over for everybody. As we come to the end here, we're on wave 29. This ends on wave 30. Do you guys have anybody you would want me to raid? If there's anybody, preferably somebody playing Roblox, family friendly. If not, at least family friendly. Now we're putting down a heavy sentry. The genie hits a Control Z. Ooh. Could be interesting. What is it? My favorite genie-based joke is you only get 3 wishes, but the person you hate the most gets twice of what you get. Then he gets $1 billion. His person he hates the most gets $2 billion. Then he wishes for fame and glory, and then the person that he hates the most gets even more fame and glory. And then his final wish is to scare him half to death, which kills the person that he hates the most. And I think that's pretty funny. Cinema. Yeah, let me quickly see here if there's anybody. Well, we're kind of just chilling. Same category. Well, there's nobody that I'm following that's streaming right now. Nope, nobody family friendly on the Roblox category. Lock in, you two. I'm always locked in. That's my secret cap. I'm always locked in. I should buy something. Hold on. Cool. All right. Guardians of the last wave. Ooh, you are evil, and I hate you. And long arms. Ooh. All right. Could be a bit of a challenge, especially if the Guardian binds to a boss. He pops out. And shield guys. The shield guys have been a menace since the beginning. It's not too bad for me with no pierce. Do it for the future generations. I will. Now that you've said I have to, so. Ooh, with that. Oh, we still have so much ammo left. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Evildoer. It's probably a good time to use our this. Kill her quickly. Kill. Destroy. Okay, cool. Build is pretty good. I like it. I'm trying my best to help you. Miner zombies? Yeah, miner zombies are be a bit of a pain. Now comes the boss. I drink has gotta be popped right now. Okay. Oh, he's not getting through the barricade anytime soon. It should be fine. I gotta really lock in now. Turn that off. I was wasting cooldown time. I asked them all to kill them all. If they ever get through. Oh, that kills most of them. Switch to this. Kill. Yeah, I got this. I'm basically kind of a big deal. Cool, that's done. Bang, 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 bang. Did I drink if I have the time? Maybe the snipers will do it. With Avengement. No. Good try. Yeah, Guardian zombies are tough. Might be hated. True. Alright, one more. Let's try it. And I have my heavy sentry still. Nice. Make sure I refill all my stuff. That's repaired. That's repaired. Refill ammo. Refill armor. Nothing I need here. Nothing. 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 No. Alright. Nothing more I can buy there. Make sure my Tesla and Heavy Sentry are fully upgraded, which they are. Alright. Oh wait, what I'll do. Is extra ammo box, premium ammo. And you can take all the ammo from that. If you can. Let's do this, gang. Oh, I'm really behind on my gunslinger kills. That's probably why I'm not doing as much damage as I should be. I need 400 more kills to max out my gunslinger. That's why I need my prestige. So I can full auto. Would the prototype skin be considered pay to win that gives more visibility? I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Yo, it's my favorite streamer. Yo, it's my favorite viewer. What's going on, Nick? Are you gonna... Bro, please tell me you're streaming soon. We're just on the last wave of Final Descent 2, and after this I'm gonna raid somebody. And I got nobody to raid! Taking a break from moving? Ah, okay, I see. We're just talking about, if you want a quick catch up on everything we talked about this stream, we talked about eternal life and the ups and downsides, the big upsides and the big downsides. We're talking about genies' wishes from both sides of the pond. That being, what would you wish for if you had 3 wishes and no rules? And then what would your rules be, your stipulations, if you were a genie? Rich people as well. Do you know any cool rich people? That's what we were trying to answer earlier. I'm just thinking of how many cool rich people there are, which is not as many as I would like. Not gonna lie, you rich people, step up your game a little bit. Might be a little cooler. Pretty deep conversations? Yeah, that's what we like to do around here. Or at least is what I try to do. Define rich? Like, like the like the 0.1%, like the mega, like millionaires, like multi-millionaires to billionaires, anywhere in that range, really. And also anybody from throughout history. It's all fair game. Double-digit millions, double millions to billions is the range I'm thinking of here. Is like mega rich, like third yacht rich, is what I'm thinking. Nah, they're all schmucks. Most of what we were thinking of is the older. Like the last generation of YouTubers were all pretty cool. Dan TDM, Moist Critical, Jacksepticeye, and Markiplier. They're all pretty cool. That's and the reason we concluded with is that they didn't come from money. They all just started as like people in their garage making YouTube videos. Wouldn't say those guys are super rich though. I mean, I guess not that super rich. Let me read that message in a second. I gotta lock in for this specific part. I really should have saved my thing there, but oh, let's do it. Did I drink for this? There we go. Light up that boss before it gets too close. Nice. Oh, big value from that booster kit. Nice. Alright, let me chew on the barricade for a bit. Boom, down. Okay, nice. Back to it. Alright, what did you say? I'm dropping frames like, whoa. Oh yeah, I am. I don't know why that's happening. Oh, it's because of my PvPS. It's very low. It would be hard not to be dumb because everyone trying to take your money. True. I mean, I guess it's the reason that most rich people are evil is because it takes evil to get money. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. My internet is not bad. Oh, at least I don't think so. Like, I'm not experiencing a whole bunch of lag spikes right now. Am I? I'd say that's generally true, yeah. Like, there's not really... Because, I mean, the whole... Oh. Ow. Holy lag. Alright, never mind. I see where the drop frames are coming from. Guys, I found the dropped frames. I found where they went. Big lag spike. It's fine. Stream's about to end, and I'll figure it out later. Yeah, but would you have any wishes, Mr. Nick, if you had 3 wishes from a genie with no rules? Yeah, we usually do some pretty deep topics around here. We do like last time we did education. Why kids don't like to be. Oh my god, this lag is horrendous. Why is this happening? Oh yep, I died to anti-cheat. Oh, Scooter got it. Okay, he's fine. Yeah. Yeah, this lag is really bad. What's going on? Hey, we did it. We got 4 weapon mods. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, graphics quality, super high. Turn that down. I don't think they'll fix it, but it'll make it better. hold on. What I might do is restart my internet real quick. Or actually, no, I won't. But, yeah. Yeah, last time we were talking about, like, education, why people don't want to, aren't really as hyped to be affiliated with and education and stuff like that. The first thing that came to mind is full true understanding of Jesus and God. After I got that out of the way, it would make, yeah, like, or like the I guess I don't get a choice in whether I get to disconnect my internet or not. Disconnect my internet or not. Hello, I'm back. Back is a weighted word there, but all right, but yeah, we beat this. But yeah, it's an interesting topic. Hopefully I can fix this lag later. But let me see if I can find somebody to raid, if anybody. Somebody hopefully that's less laggy than myself. Suzuko is streaming, but I don't think he's like family friendly for real. But if nobody else is, then I guess that's who we're rating then. All right, he's just playing Roblox. He's family friendly, I think, for the most part. I think he plays some songs sometimes that have some bad words in them, but I guess just close your ears. Family friendly-ish sometimes, yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's tough to find people that are family friendly in the Roblox category, which is strange. W stream it. Thank you for stream. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for viewing. I mean, you are the guys that bring up the topics and engage with what I'm talking about. That's kind of what makes me continue to talk about them. So thanks for viewing. Yeah, and I will see you guys whenever I see you guys. Cisco? Hi. Okay, I can get with that. Bye.